everyone. Hello, Instagram. Hello, Facebook. Kyra Napoli here, aka The Domestic Beauty. And guys, I am a little bit nervous. I do have notes with me. I don't really ever have notes with me. I'm a little bit nervous, but I am actually really pumped about this one. So if you are following along today on my Follow Along Friday, please make sure that you go and interact and say hi. I've done lots of things today. I've actually been very strategic about my day, and that was to make sure that I had the right energy for this moment, for now, going live, recording, doing all the things that I need to be doing. So I'm really excited to be here. If you have not come across me before, as I said, my name is Kyra Napoli, also known as The Domestic Beauty. And the way that I come to you on social media now is going to be a little bit different. So yes, I'm still going to share some makeup and skincare tips, and I'm still going to show you bits and pieces around the house. As I said, if you're following along on my stories today, you will get to see where I am. But today, I'm here basically to let you know that there is so much more to me, and I'm really excited to actually show you a side of me that you haven't seen too much before. You've seen little inklings of it, but from here on in, you're going to see a very much more of a leadership side of me. I do like to laugh, I do love to joke, but I do have a very good knack for being a leader. And now that's something that I wouldn't even allow myself to say a couple of months ago, a year ago, 12 months ago, right? Because I would have felt like that was super egotistic and, something that I could never say, never talk about myself in that way. But I've been telling you now, I'm a really bloody good leader. And I want to show that side to you guys to help empower anyone else going across a similar, I want to say journey, but I'm going to say quest. I'm going to veto the word journey. I want to show you guys a different side to me because I really feel like I have a lot of value to share. I have a lot that I can actually empower you with. And I'm going to start that by basically sharing my story. So this is going to be uploaded to a podcast. I want you guys to follow along. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be really uncomfortable for me, but I know it's going to be worth it because I know that reflecting back on some of the things that I've experienced, and my husband and I have experienced in the last decade, even more, the more I reflect back, the more confident I become to move forward. And so being able to share the things that I've been through, I feel like I can really pull out the positive of hindsight, right? We love hindsight. We love being able to look back, but not look back in a way where I feel sad and emotional and that happens, but to actually pull the positive and the lessons out of the things that I have experienced. And I want to be able to empower you with those particular lessons. I want to share with you that we had a leaders conference. I am in direct selling, and we had a leaders conference. I know, direct selling. Oh my God, MLM. So we had a leaders conference over the weekend in Brisbane last weekend, and I got to train along some really phenomenal ladies, and we got to share. I feel like it's the very first time that I have been seen by myself, by my peers, by people I love and respect, that I actually got to share a piece of who I am. And some people were really shocked, and I was too, right? But I actually got to share. I feel like I have never stepped away from an event feeling so genuinely comfortable in my own skin and confident of what I bring to the table and what I offer. And I'm so excited to share all of this with you. So this was sort of born a little while ago in my mind. I was like, you need to start sharing your story. I did have a mentor over the past 10 months. Unfortunately, she has passed away about a month ago, and she had a huge impact on my life. And what I took out of that, and I will share that along the way, but what I took out of that is that it is now time to take action. It is no longer time to sit back and complete the personal development, which is amazing. You need to be doing that. But now it's time to pull the positive out of it. And now it's the time to move forward and step forward. So it was a little bit of a circle, full circle moment at our leaders conference last weekend. As I said, I've never felt so genuine and confident and comfortable in my own skin. And so I want to bring that side to you guys over the next forever. All right? Forever. Okay, here on in, I am not just Kyra Napoli, the makeup chick, the skincare chick. I don't just share makeup and skincare tips. I'm here to share so much more and to empower you. All right, so I want to sort of reflect back. All right, so this, for me, the last 12 months, a bit over 12 months, I'm going to say from August last year, I was feeling a little bit in my business, feeling a little bit like, even personally, right? Really feeling myself withdraw from a lot of situations socially. Look, pandemic, right? Pandemic. We all went through it. Amazing. I live in Victoria, Australia. If you were here in Victoria, we were the most locked down state, probably as far and wide as I can think. And so that has a huge impact on our mental state, right? But it also has a lot of impact on the way that we deal socially with our friendships. A lot of friendships, sort of the ones that were dwindling off, they dwindled off. And I love you, I release you, but they dwindled off, and that's totally fine. It's just life. But I felt like my business in 2021 absolutely skyrocketed, right? Because we were forced to jump online, and online is my jam, right? It is my jam. And so when it come time to exit that space and come together again, I really felt like part of me was just like, I don't want to. Like, how do I feel my joy again? How do I feel anything? So from about August last year, I went through a bit of hindsight, guys, what I can look back now and think, okay, cool, I needed that shake. I was in a situation with some peers where I just couldn't find where I fit. I couldn't find where to sit. I couldn't find mentally, physically where I wanted to be. I didn't feel comfortable anywhere. I didn't have self-belief at all. I knew that people believed in me, but I didn't have any self-belief or self-confidence. I had no idea how I'd gotten to where I had. It's like I had my blinkers on. It's like I had, during the pandemic, had my blinkers on. It was go, 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 achieve the things. And of course, I don't give myself any moment to actually sit in a congratulatory state, in a grateful state. I'm always about like, put the blinkers on and let's keep moving. And I think that I had the blinkers on for so long that I didn't know where I fit anymore. I didn't know what I brought to the table. I didn't even know where the table was. I literally didn't even know, right? So I came home from a trip to Brisbane, and immediately my husband goes, what is wrong? And I was like, no, I'm fine. I'm fine. But mentally, physically, I was drained. I couldn't feel anything. I couldn't process anything. I didn't know where I belonged, didn't know where I wanted to go. I had no idea where to turn next. All I knew is that, I was a mum and a wife, and I went into mum-wife mode, and I just kept telling myself that my business didn't really matter, that I wasn't really wanting to do anything further. I didn't have any motivation to move forward. But in the same time, I continually got picked to train and to lead and that was the only thing that I could lean into that I actually really, really enjoyed, was not internalizing, not looking at what I wanted, not looking at all those things, because I couldn't solve that in that time. What it was helping other people. So over the past 18 months, I've trained at, I'm going to say, almost every event that I've attended in my network marketing career, and it's been wonderful. I've been up on stages, I have empowered, I have inspired, I have motivated, and then I have walked away a little bubble that didn't know what I was doing, a little lost puppy that was like, okay, show me the exit now. Love you, but show me the exit now. And so when I came home in August last year, my husband said, there's no more. He said, there's no more. There's no more trips. There's no more. If you are going to come home miserable, there is no more. Like you need to, are you here or are you in Fantasyland? And thank you. Thank you, Dana. Dana just said, you do inspire and motivate. Thank you very much. And so I had to begin this quest of this internal war, I want to say, this absolute internal war that I have fought for so long, which feels like it's so draining. And I had to really reflect and decide what I wanted to do here on in. All I could decide was that I wanted to help people. All I could decide was I loved knowing that I had handed over some value and that someone had gotten value from me, and was able to use information. All I wanted to do was to be useful and to collaborate. And that is it. That's all I knew. And so seminar came along. We had a seminar in April and I was still like meh in my business. I was still meh. And I personally didn't know where to really turn. I was happy in my workplace. I was happy just doing what I do, just being mum, just being wife, just being employee. But I had no idea what this other side to me actually meant. So seminar came along in April. We headed to the Gold Coast. Now, I'm telling you, we headed to the Gold Coast with a bunch of absolute flippin' legends, right? The girls who all run their businesses just like I do, they are all flippin' amazing. You want to be around these people, right? You want to be around these people. They are inspiring. They'll pump you up. They're cheering for you. They are all the things, right? But I got to our event beforehand. It's a smaller group event. And I felt nothing. I felt absolutely nada. I got up to accept some awards and I felt nothing. All I wanted to do was escape. All I wanted to do was exit because I was not comfortable in my own skin. I didn't feel like I belonged, and that was nothing to do with anyone else. It was all me. It was all me, and I had no idea. And so for the rest, I trained on stage, a day or so later, and I was able to, and it was on leadership actually. So I was able to share some things that I had previously experienced in leadership and how I was not doing that anymore. I was not leading the way where I'm not putting the people in the cart and I'm not dragging them up the hill. If you want to be successful in your business, you are gonna swim towards me. I am not swimming towards you, right? You are gonna swim towards me and then I'm gonna reach for you. Okay. So that, there was a little bit of a line in the sand there, but I come home going, okay, that was amazing. The beautiful sunshine. I'm from Melbourne. I was spending time on the Gold Coast. Who doesn't love the Gold Coast, right? We're at SeaWorld. It was amazing. Again, with a huge bunch of legends, and I felt absolutely nothing. And so I knew that if I could not figure this out, that I was done. I was done with sharing value. I was done with all the things. And so I really dived deep into personal development. And I stopped going live. I stopped interacting so much online. Whenever I was asked to share, absolutely, I have no problems in that. I will jump up on stage and I will share with you. But when I jump off, I really needed to work on that. So I delved deep into personal development, and I came across, which I'd been doing her training anyway, Jessie Lee Ward, and she completely inspired me. She motivated, and I saw everyone else, and I could see in everyone else that was a part of her accelerator program, which I still am. I could see exactly what they're implementing. All right. I could see what they were doing. And I was like, that is exciting. Oh my God, I can see. And so, She, as I said, unfortunately passed away a month ago. And through some really close friends of mine, some really close friends, I've surrounded myself with a smaller group. Okay. And if I haven't interacted with you in the last 12 months, it's not because I don't love you. It's literally because I don't have a lot of time. But through a major amount of support, especially from our corporate team, some real big pumping up, allowing the words to hit where they need to hit, allowing myself to open up and be vulnerable, allowing myself to lead in a way that feels genuine to me. I was able to slowly start feeling like I was the person I needed to be to move forward. I started to feel excitement again. I started to feel pumped again. I started to want to wear the lipstick and want to put the makeup on and want to show up for me. All right. So not just for anyone else. I felt like I wanted to actually show up for me. And I felt like, as I said, I will share so much more with you. But it got to the point with our leaders conference last week that I was able to share in this particular training. So it was the DISC program. Hands up if you've ever heard of the DISC program. I was actually able, in preparation for this training, I was actually able to learn more and more about myself, my personality, my strengths, my weaknesses, or things that I felt was a weakness, but now no is not a weakness. It's actually a superpower. So for those of you who don't know the DISC program, right, you are a D, an I, an S, or a C. Now we are multiple of those, right? But I am an S. Okay, so D is dominance, I is influence, S is steadiness, and C is compliance. I want to say compliance, probably compliant. Anyway, I am an S. And I am a proud S. And if you want any more information, just drop the word DISC, D-I-S-C, and I will share with you my information. But I am a steadiness, right? I'm all about steadiness. And I am all about making sure everybody else is feeling good. And I'm all about balance. And I will avoid conflict and confrontation like it's the plague, like it's the pandemic. Right? I will avoid it. But I am so brilliant at problem solving. I'm so brilliant in bringing value. I'm so brilliant in making sure that you get what you need out of it, that I actually got to share myself. Conscientious. Thank you. That was the C. I got to actually share myself, and I walked away after that training feeling absolutely seen. People thought I was a D and an I, right? No. But I felt seen, and I finally have realized. So I messaged our corporate staff and I was like, thank you so much for putting on an amazing event. You guys are incredible. Thank you so much for all your hard work. I actually walked away for the first time thinking, cool. I actually like being me. I love being me, right? And knowing how much value I can bring. And I did get a little message back that said, you do know why you loved that event so much and why you're so excited. It's because 1, you can feel again. And 2, you now know what you bring to the table. And I was like, yes. They're like, you can now see the value that you bring. You now see what we see. And to have a whole bunch of people around you, to be supported, feel supported, and to feel that to your core, even if you don't believe in yourself, to feel that someone else, now this could be anyone in your life. You might have a friend, a sister, a brother, your parents, anyone in your life that really, truly, honestly believes in you, that is all you need to keep moving forward. Once you start to move forward, then that self-belief will grow and that confidence will grow. Our confidence will grow from moving. We don't need confidence to start anything. We get the confidence from moving forward. So I'm really, really excited to start sharing with you guys little bits of my story and reflecting back. So it's going to include such things as our house from hell, the house that we built with a particular company that that was absolute hell. It's going to include our infertility struggle, my struggle and gratitude for polycystic ovarian syndrome. It's going to include our IVF journey. It is going to include things like, the moments I've had to eat humble pie. And it's going to include moments of encouraging you to be in your own lane. Okay, put your blinkers on and being in your own lane. So I feel as though I am super pumped to share with you guys my hindsight, right? The lessons that I've learnt, the things that I've had to draw through. And I feel like being able to share it and being able to really understand those lessons is going to help me move forward, and it's going to help you. It's going to help empower you to move forward in your life, because you might have gone through something or about to go through something, or you might just think you're in this tunnel. There is no light. You are the light. That is it, hands down. You are the light, and you're going to get yourself through it, and I'm going to be there to empower you as well. So this time in 12 months, so the 20th of October 2024, I'm not going to be who I am right now, and you're not going to be who you are right now. I'm going to have different things that I struggle with. I'm going to move past the things that I'm dealing with now, as I have done in the last 12 months. I'm going to be open and honest and vulnerable with you all. You're actually going to be able to see who I am. And for those of you who will see me at events, please come and give me a hug. I know I did say that my love language is not physical touch, but please come and give me a hug. And as I said, this is pretty much the line in the sand. From here on in, I am who I am, and I share what I share. And if you don't like that, bless and release. Just bless and release. All right, guys, I will be uploading this to a podcast. I will be showing up regularly. My aim is to do it once a week, but we'll see how we go, because I do know life does happen. But once I have the details on the podcast, I will let you guys know. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And I will see you guys soon. Bye.